Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to start off by explaining my absence these last few weeks. I injured my foot pretty badly, so I've been forced to rest and stay on the couch, pretty much resting my foot. So I haven't been able to get on here and do any readings, but I am back today and hoping to do this reading for you guys today. So I've laid out 3 piles of cards here. In the first pile you're going to be this pink rose quartz here. That's what that looks like. Pile 2, you're going to be this white and brown crystal here. And pile 3, you're going to be this white and black crystal here. So take a minute and focus on the piles and decide which one you're most drawn to. You can then scroll down to the description box below where I have timestamps listed for each pile. You can then click on your timestamp and you'll be directly forwarded to your reading. So let's get into this reading. Hi pile 1s, you guys chose the pink rose quartz here. Let's take a look at your channeled message of the day. So you have abundance here, and it says, lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. Beautiful. You also have make time to play, and it says have fun, be free. You have the last quarter moon in Libra with make time for self-love. You have bring it into form. You have self-care. And finally, you have ask for some help. Beautiful energy here at pile 1. So I'm getting the message from Spirit here, pile number 1, that there may be some sort of abundance coming into your life in the near future, or this could be happening right now. But there's some type of either good news or success or money or, some sort of benefit coming in here for you. And I feel like it's going to be a beautiful one. We do have all this light on this abundance card here. And I do feel like it's going to be a very beautiful, light, happy time for you here. And I'm also getting the message from your cards here that there is a need for self-love and self-care here right now. A need for you to sort of practice more self-love, practice more self-care. Maybe take some time to meditate or to, do some yoga or to do some deep breathing exercises or to just go outside and have some fun, make some time to play. Like this card says, have fun, be free, do something that's going to make you happy, whatever that may be. Maybe you want to run a mile, maybe you want to play an instrument, maybe you want to paint a picture, however it resonates for you here. But really doing something that's going to allow you to have fun and play. And, I'm also getting the message here that you may need to ask for some help, in terms of maybe this is in regards to work, or a project, or maybe this is within your home or family. You know, there's an idea here of asking others for help, however that resonates for you. But I do feel like there is this beautiful, happy, abundant time that's ahead of you here. And I do get the feeling that this may involve other people as well, because we do have all of these hands here sort of holding hands. So maybe this is a project that you're working on with others that will come to fruition and provide you with some sort of abundance. Or this could be, you working with your guides, your angels to create this abundance, however it resonates here. But I do want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy. So you have the Six of Coins here, and it says support. Yeah, so the Six of Coins represents abundance, this abundant energy here. But it's also about giving and receiving. And it's about, working with others, this support here. And I do feel like this card represents this ask for some help here, because I'm feeling like some of you in this pile may need support in terms of a project or goal that you have, or maybe you just need family support, within your home. However it resonates, but there is, I feel like, a need for support here right now. Or maybe you need, a practitioner or counselor to help you to practice more self-love and self-care, however that resonates. You also have the Magician energy here with as above, so below. Beautiful. So yeah, I do feel like you are in this Magician energy here at pile 1, and there is some sort of abundance that will come in as a result of your manifestations here. Something that you're creating or something that you're doing that will create this abundance here. And I feel like it's going to be beautiful. Because again, we have all of these lights here on this card. You also have the King of Wands with fearless. Interesting. So yeah, the King of Wands is someone who goes after what they want and gets it. Someone who really focuses on their goal and takes the action steps needed to achieve their goal. And I do feel like this is the energy that you are stepping into here, or that Spirit wants you to step into. This energy of control, taking control of your goal, putting in the work needed, taking the action steps and making it happen. And I do feel like doing that, you will bring in this abundance here. You also have the Four of Swords, which is restoration. Yeah, so again, there's also a need to rest here. There's a need to take time out from whatever this goal or project is and take care of yourself. Practice self-care, practice self-love, make time to play. Make sure you have that balance of work and play so that you don't, get worn out or burnt out here. Because the Magician energy can be an energy of, extreme focus and manifestation. And it's important to sort of balance that with this Four of Swords energy, which is about rest and relaxation. So make sure you're doing that here at pile 1. So I just want to get some charms here to wrap up your reading. Spirit, can I get a few charms for pile 1, please? Okay, so you have this beautiful butterfly here. And butterflies represent transformation and change. So there is some sort of change coming in here. And I feel like it's this abundance, however that resonates for you. You also have a little heart here. And I feel like that's talking about self-love, taking time out for yourself, playing, maybe doing a facial or, taking a hot bath, whatever you need to do to practice self-love. You also have a key here. So yeah, I do feel like you have the key to some sort of abundance here. And it's about manifesting that, focusing on it, working towards it, and bringing that into fruition. You also have a palm tree here. So maybe some of you need to, take a vacation, go to someplace warm where there's beaches and palm trees and, take some time out for yourself. Or maybe some of you live in an area where there's palm trees. It can resonate differently here. You also have an angel. And that's beautiful because I do feel like your angels are watching over you here. And they want to help you bring this abundance into your life here. And they also want you to have fun and enjoy yourself and take care of yourself, pile one. So beautiful. And finally, you have this little, looks like a no, it actually looks like some sort of ice cream or smoothie here. And it's got a heart on it. So yeah, some of you may need to just give yourself a treat once in a while. Maybe you want to make yourself a nice smoothie or milkshake or ice cream, and just give yourself a little treat once in a while for all the hard work you've been doing, pile one. So I love that. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile one. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile two. So you guys chose the white and brown crystal here. Let's take a look at your message of the day. So you received raccoon here with letting go. And it says, this message has to do with those things to which you cling. Be it a thought from habit, creed, or situation, the time has come from letting go. Something is halting your progress and you are spinning your wheels. Once you embrace change, blessings will follow. Interesting. You also have ascension here, and it says ascended masters, oneness, guides, spiritual support. You also have Earth Mother, and it says allow your heart to propel you to greater things than you have ever known. You have a blessing of the earth. You have the siren here. And finally, you have the owl with wisdom. And it says, use all your senses to perceive the wisdom and information you are seeking. Beautiful. So I am getting the message from Spirit here, pile two, that there may be something that you need to let go of here. Something that you've been clinging to that is no longer resonating with you, that is no longer in the same vibration or same timeline as you. And there's a need for letting that go, for releasing that, and for being in an energy of ascension, working with your guides, listening to your intuition, listening to the earth and the earth's messages, because you do have a lot of earth energy here. You have the Earth Mother and you also have a blessing of the earth. So I feel like you're getting a lot of messages here from the earth, from maybe plants, trees, animals, the sun. I feel like there's a lot of messages coming through here to you. And those messages may be about your need to let go of something. because we do have, the siren energy here, which is an energy of calling something in, and messages and, wisdom coming in. And I feel like this wisdom that we have here with the owl is coming in through nature, through the earth. So maybe the birds have been trying to communicate with you, and give you messages. Or maybe, other animals or other flowers or trees have been trying to communicate with you this message about letting go of something. This could be a person, this could be a place, this could be a thing, it could be a job, it could be a location, whatever it is here, there is something that I feel like you need to release here. In order to ascend to a higher level and to be in balance again is what I feel. So, there's also a message here about using all of your senses to gain this wisdom that the earth and Mother Nature is trying to give you here. So listening for signs, looking for signs, using your intuition, all of those, using your sense of smell maybe to pick up on the messages that the earth is giving you here. That's sort of the energy that I'm getting. So I just want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy. So you have the Nine of Wands here with perseverance. Yeah, so there is an energy here about really pushing through right now, pushing through any confusion, any fears, any blocks, to letting something go, So maybe some of you are fearing letting this thing go, or you're worried about it. And Spirit is saying, push through those fears, push through those blocks, and allow yourself to release this, because blessings will follow once you let this go, whatever it is. Blessings will follow. So just know that, pile 2. You also have the Emperor here with controlling authority. So yeah, there is a need to step into the Emperor energy, which is an energy of taking control, taking your power back and making a change, not letting whatever this is impede you any longer, not letting it hold you back, but taking control of it and releasing it, letting it go. And, for some of you, this can also resonate as, maybe maybe you have a boss at work that's, sort of controlling or domineering in some way, or something, where you need to release that job, you need to release that situation. That could just, resonate for a few of you here. But, the Emperor is just really about taking your power back and allowing yourself to release whatever this is here. You also have the Three of Coins, and it says goals. Beautiful. So yeah, I do feel like for some of you, there's a need to really focus on your goals right now. Focus on what you want to achieve, and try to look at how whatever this thing is that you need to release is holding you back from your goals. Think about how it's affecting your goals. And does it really belong in your life anymore? Does it resonate with your goals? Does it align with your goals? So I feel like it's really important to, focus on your goals right now. You also have the Two of Coins here with flexibility. So yeah, there's also a need to be flexible here, flexible in terms of letting something go, allowing something new to come in, not being fearful, not being resistant, not allowing blocks to get in the way, but just doing it, going with the flow and being flexible right now is really important, pile 2. So I just want to get some charms here to wrap up your reading. So Spirit, can I get a few charms for pile 2, please? Thank you, Spirit. So you have this little purse here. So for some of you, maybe you've been spending a little bit too much. Maybe there's a need to let go of spending, and to really pull back your resources, or hold on to your resources better. That could just resonate for a few of you. For some of you, this could be, letting go of something that's too expensive. Maybe it's a house, maybe it's a apartment, maybe it's a car that's too expensive. It could be a lot of things here, but letting go of something that's sort of draining your money here. You also have a butterfly, which represents change and transformation. So yeah, this definitely talks about letting go of something here and making a change in your life, and really allowing new things to come in, pile 2. You also have a apple with a bite out of it. So this could be something that it seems very sweet, on the outside, but maybe it's not so sweet, on the inside. Maybe there's a need to sort of realize that, there's negatives to whatever this thing is as well. It's not all positive, and it may be holding you back in some way. You also have this little heart, and I feel like that represents, for some of you, it could be, a love relationship that you need to let go of here. It could be someone, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, partner. So that's just going to resonate for a few of you here. And then also you have a palm tree. So I do feel like there's a need, for some of you to go someplace warm with palm trees and maybe water, or, take a rest. But for some of you, this could be a location that you need to let go of. Maybe you live by palm trees, and, there's a need to let go of that place. Or for some of you, maybe you need to let go of where you're living now and move to a place with palm trees, a warm place, a warm climate. But it's going to resonate differently, like I said, for everybody here. But the tree can also represent stability and, moving towards that stability. So that can resonate as well here. So that is all I have for you guys today, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3s. You guys chose the white and black crystal here. Let's take a look at your message of the day. So you have regain memories here, and it says pick up a stone you like. You have mermaid dreams. Just going to cover this here. You have electric eel spirit, and it says bring your ideas to life. You have door of simplicity, and it says minimalist, uncomplicated, modest, naturalness, clearness. You have jade with good luck, heart chakra. Finally, you have sisters of the seasons, and it says cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. Beautiful. So I am seeing here, pile 3, that there may be a need to reflect on something or look back on something. This could be a past relationship. This could be a past job, a past situation. But there's an idea here of regaining memories and sort of being in a nostalgic energy here, however that resonates for you. And to sort of let yourself dream right now and let yourself regain those memories. Because I do feel like it's part of your growth right now, and it's part of the divine order. There's something here that I feel like may be important for your growth and your progress in life that has to do with your past here. So there's a message about, divine order and cycles of growth. So, there's something here that I do feel like is part of your cycle of growth that has to do with your past here. Like I said, it could be, a person, a place, a thing, a job, however it resonates. But there's also an idea here about simplicity, keeping things simple in your life, keeping things neat, tidy, orderly, minimalism, and just allowing the energy to sort of flow. And maybe that will help you in order to, regain these memories that are important for your growth. And it'll allow you to bring your ideas to life, because when we feel uncluttered, we're able to focus better on our goals. We're able to manifest much easier than if we're surrounded by, clutter and things that kind of block our energy flow. So I do feel like there's a message here about simplifying your life in some way and really cleaning out any clutter or mess that is blocking your progress or blocking you from bringing your ideas to life here. Because I do feel like, with the jade energy here, there's some sort of good luck coming in here. And, maybe that's a new job. Maybe that's a new relationship. Maybe that's, something from your past returning here. Maybe that's, abundance or money of some sort. But whatever it is, there's a need to sort of simplify things in your life and allow that new energy to come in, allow that good luck to come in for you. So interesting energy here. So I just want to get some tarot now to clarify this energy. So you have the moon here with intuition. Yeah, so I do feel like there is a need to focus on your intuition right now, focus on your dreams. I feel like you're going to be getting some messages in your dreams, and these dreams may have to do with this past memory here, whether that's a person, place, or thing. But I do feel like it's important to focus on your intuition. And I also feel like, with the moon energy, it can be an energy of like confusion and sort of things, being hidden maybe or blocked from view. So, I do feel like there's something here that you need to, like I said, focus on or regain your memories about. And maybe that's being blocked from you right now, but Spirit's trying to point that out. There's something important here that needs to be looked at again. You also have the 10 of coins with legacy. And that's the 10 of Pentacles energy, which is really about, abundance and stability and, family legacy. So, for some of you, I do feel like maybe this memory has to do with a past person or a past family situation or a past, uh, partner, or, however it resonates here, but that could be for some of you here. For others of you, it's about bringing your ideas to life and creating this abundance, this 10 of coins energy, where you're feeling stable, you're feeling abundant. You also have the 3, and I also want to say, it could be for some of you that this 10 of coins is coming in for you, because you do have the good luck here. So this good luck could have to do with money or wealth here. You also have the 3 of wands, and it says adventure. So yeah, I do feel like there is a need to sort of be in an adventurous energy right now. Allow yourself to reflect, allow yourself to dream, be in that free-flowing spirit here. For some of you, there could be some sort of adventure coming up for you in your life, some sort of good luck. Maybe you go on a trip somewhere, or maybe you try something new, a new hobby or adventure here. You also have the 6 of swords, and it says moving on. So yeah, I do feel like there's something here that you have moved on from, and Spirit is asking you to reflect on that and regain the memories from that thing. Maybe it's a job that you moved on from. Maybe it's a relationship that you moved on from. Maybe it's a place that you moved on from, a person, whatever it is, there's a need to reflect on that. And I do feel like it is part of the, divine order for you to do that right now. And it's part of your growth here. So interesting. So I just want to get some charms here to wrap up this reading. Okay, so you have a tree here. And trees represent stability and growth. So I do feel like, whatever this is that you need to regain your memories from or reflect on, it is part of your growth. It's part of your cycle of growth. And I do feel like it will lead to more stability for you within your life. You also have the peace sign here. So yeah, maybe this is something that you need to find peace with. Maybe you left a person and you need to find peace about that, come to peace with it. And there's a need to sort of go back into your memories and, reflect on it and come to some sort of peace. Maybe this is even, a person that you need to speak with again, to find peace with them. Or maybe this is a job situation that you weren't happy with and left, and maybe you need to come to peace with that. You also have an angel here. So I do feel like the angels are watching over you. They are looking after you here, and they want to help you in this process. And, I do feel like they want to bring this 10 of coins, this abundance into your life here, but they do want you to simplify things, and they want you to reflect on your memories here. You also have the tree, the palm tree. So again, trees represent stability and growth, but there also may be some sort of memory attached to a warm place, or to palm trees, or to, maybe a time that you shared or spent in a place where there was palm trees, and you need to reflect on that and regain memories about that. You also have a heart here. So for some of you, this could have to do with love or a relationship that you moved on from, that you let go of. And there's a need to sort of regain the memories about that and to reflect on that. And, like I said, for some of you, maybe you need to speak to this person again, or maybe some of you, need to just come to peace with the situation and the fact that you've moved on, and, find peace in that, because maybe it's been bothering you, or maybe it's, coming up in your dreams, or maybe it's, not allowing you to sleep well. And there's a need to really find peace with that situation. So that is all I have for you guys today, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it was helpful. If it was, please let me know down below. Otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.